Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way to end an episode like this. The first ever Kill Tony at the Mothership, and that is with the man that has done more sets than anybody ever in the history of the show. We've seen him do absolutely everything. He's an insane person, and he kills all the time. Some people call him the Memphis Strangler. Some people call him the Big Red Machine. This is indeed the one and only William Montgomery, everybody. Here we go. The one and the only. Here he is, folks.
And just for the record, I fucking went to kindergarten twice. There is nothing wrong with that. It was called transition. A trans woman was just named International Woman of the Year, only proving it's still a man's world. But seriously, there was a change to the rules last year. Now to be eligible, you have to have a dick. It reminds me of when I asked Redban if he thought women were funny, and he said, only if you count trans women. Redban, what did you mean by that? Holy shit, that was so weird. I just read where the TV show Night Court was found guilty of being America's favorite new comedy. Okay, kind of got it. I'm excited to be in the Comedy Mothership. I was a little worried how Redban would handle the move, so Redban, just know, I can be your hero, Redban. I can kiss away the pain. I will stand with you forever. You can take my breath away. Redban, why did you tell me to fucking put my cameo money in the fucking Silicon Valley Bank, you piece of shit? That was all my money, bitch! Okay, that's my time. A lot of people don't know this, but I was actually gaining weight to audition for the movie The Whale. Thoughts and prayers to Gotham City. They've had not one, not two, not three, but dozens of supervillains. I don't mean serial killers, I mean mass murderers bordering on war criminals. And what's even crazier, they all wear costumes. You know I talk about Mr. Penguin. Redban told me a woman drove the Challenger spaceship. Is that true? He said she took a wrong turn or something. I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank recently, so I thought I would get on the show and pitch them some of my ideas. Do y'all want to hear one? Yeah. Shark Tank, but for kids trying to get adopted. That's the show. It's just kids trying to get adopted. It's kind of loosely based off of Shark Tank. They can't find a house. They don't have a fucking family. They literally need to get adopted. Okay, that's my time. I didn't download the Oregon Trail and have half my family die of dysentery and almost drown trying to ford a river just to have 200 years later a bunch of purple-haired freaks complaining about pronouns. Growing up, my mom wanted me to date Anne of Green Gables. Instead, I ended up with Tamberly of the Electric Cheetah. It's like a strip club reference. Okay, let's... I don't know if y'all have heard, but California is trying to ban Skittles. Wait, trying to ban Skittles? They might as well be trying to ban water. Y'all know I love Skittles. Okay, and then hold on, I have a fortune cookie. Let me see what's on this fortune cookie. Nice catch, bitch. Holy shit. Redban is so old, I asked him if I should join the Union, and he said no, join the Confederates. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. Bud Light is going to have a trans lady on their cans, which is great because it's really going to open up sponsorship opportunities for all of us. I actually got a call from a feminine hygiene company earlier today, and they're saying they want my image on all of their dental dams moving forward. But seriously, Bud Light is going to have a trans person on their cans because they are tired of selling beer. Not to be outdone, Tinder has a new spokesperson, Ted Bundy. Trump is getting arrested. I mean, he got fingerprinted, mugshots, and they even gave him an anal cavity search where they, weirdly enough, found confirmation that Aphex Twin will be performing at the upcoming coronation of King Charles III. Liberal parents be like, my son better not be attracted to women. Okay, that's it. A Mississippi woman was caught having sex with a dog. Why is that news? That's not my America, Texas. The Dalai Lama apologized for asking an 8-year-old boy to suck his tongue, which is so weird because that means technically Redban's mom owes me an apology. But seriously, in response, the Catholic Church asked if you could forward me his resume. Okay. I was just in Cleveland and I'm a little confused. They changed their name from the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Engines. So I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is scientists are saying weight loss during middle age may increase your risk of death. The good news is Redban's life expectancy is another 70 years. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got. Okay, shut it down. The other day, they added another letter to LGBTQ and then added a mathematical sign. I'm sorry, are we talking about sexual orientations or my Wi-Fi password? I was driving yesterday and noticed a flag at half-mast, so I did a little research to see what had happened, and oh boy, did y'all realize Steve Irwin was dead? Y'all know I be missing Crocodile Dundee! So I'm coming out with a new television show. It's pretty much just like Shark Tank, but the sharks are actual sharks and the tank is filled with water. Soon Narcan will be available over the counter, and I just have to say, I can't wait to overdose on that shit. Alrighty, that's my time. Biden had a press conference to announce he's running for re-election. When asked at the press conference about the threat from China, Biden responded, I like strawberry ice cream better than vanilla. SpaceX launched the largest rocket in history yesterday, and it exploded 2 minutes into the flight, with the explosion being described as a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Weirdly enough, back when I was drinking, I too had a rapid, unscheduled disassembly when I ran into a fucking group of people at a school. Have you ever watched Forensic Files and halfway through think to yourself, wait, why are they talking like that? Have we been in Australia this whole time? I'm disappointed that nothing is being done to address the problem of women saying they identify as men and then dominating men's sport. God damn it! I'm sorry, I'm on a bunch of spice right now! I'm disappointed that nothing is being done to address the problem of women saying they identify as men and then dominating men's sports. Oh, right, that ain't ever gonna happen. Okay, that's my time. This week, a Vermont school stated they will start using the term person who produces sperm instead of boy, which honestly doesn't bother me. Imagine being a Japanese tourist walking into a Subway thinking, well, it's nice they have sandwiches, but I need to get to 42nd and Broadway. So I'm coming out with an updated sequel to the classic film You've Got Mail, but in this one the girl has transitioned into a man, and it's called You've Got Male Genitalia. Jeffrey Epstein's private calendar has just been released, and it's a real who's who of perverts. From current CIA director William Burns to Professor Noam Chomsky. But for me, the strangest name that keeps showing up in the calendar is Aphex Twin. I don't know if y'all watched the coronation of King Charles this past weekend, but damn, Princess Diana hasn't aged much, has she? But seriously, King Charles' list of accomplishments is impressive. Born, still alive. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is surging in the polls as the preferred candidate to be the next president of the United States. But you know what I fear if he runs for president? I fear for his life, because I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Kennedy family, but... So I'm coming out with an updated sequel to the classic film Sleepless in Seattle, but in this one, Tom Hanks has transitioned into a female, and it's called Dickless in Seattle. Y'all been watching Ted Lasso this season? Shit, if I wanted to watch a cheesy public service announcement, I'd stream the Ad Council. Okay, that's my time. Liberal parents be like, they better abolish prayer in churches. I wonder which came first, Long John Silver's or Captain D's. That's like wondering which atomic bomb got dropped on Japan first. We ain't ever gonna find out. When your girlfriend refers to the bedroom as Ricky Williams' armpit, you know you got problems. Okay, and I actually went to a place called the Imperial Palace. I got a fortune cookie, so let me just see what this says. Nice catch, bitch. Okay. This is weird. Knock, knock. Beetlejuice. It's how Redban refers to the Hebrews who crawled across the desert for 40 years. Okay, that's all I got. Effort to support women, I recently bought a pack of M&Ms that featured only the female M&Ms. Brown, purple, and green, but in a confusing twist, they all had nuts. This is my impression of Dr. Sean Murphy, the autistic surgeon from the TV show The Good Doctor, ordering a burger from Wendy's. I am a doctor. I am a surgeon. I am a doctor. Have y'all seen that show? It's fucking insane. I used to date a girl who said sex with me was Kafka-esque. And I said, what do you mean? It's like powerful, illogical, sort of this surreal, bizarre experience. And she said, no. It reminds her of when she used to bang Kafka. Okay, that's my... Since it's Memorial Day, I'd like it if we could observe a moment of silence for Redban's mom. She got another cameo from me last night begging to move in, and I had to tell her, I'm already with somebody. This ain't gonna work out, bitch. This Memorial Day weekend has been kind of strange for me on Cameo. My favorite was I asked a girl to marry a guy. The worst was I told a dog he was being put down. You're about to fucking die, Ralph. Earlier today, during a press conference, when Biden was asked about Memorial Day, he responded, wait, who are you? Where am I? What are all these tap dancers doing in here? NBA All-Star Ja Morant has been suspended twice from the league for flashing guns in YouTube videos. And this past week, he was posting ominous tweets, so they performed a welfare check. Shit, if Ja posts another gun video, a welfare check's gonna be how he gets paid. It's another tap dancer joke. I'm kidding. Okay, that's my... Guys, shut the fuck up. Ever since getting our dog, I started working at the vet's office, and I've got to tell y'all, the number of dogs identifying as cats these days is outrageous. We actually had to put a dog to sleep, and it was kind of sad because his last meal request was a pair of Jordan sneakers. The vet has a board of directors full of horses, which sounds good, but we can't ever agree on anything because they never vote yay. We had to pump one horse full of steroids, and the side effect was he started setting home run records. Okay, that's my time. Okay, shut the fuck up! First off, y'all know I'd be rejoining the PGA Tour. Saudi Arabia just bought the PGA Tour. The good news is there is now a ton more money in golf. The bad news, they get to fly planes into buildings anytime they want. And also, weirdly enough, my Indian name is also Little Dick, so that's weird that guy said that. I'm so homophobic, I don't stick a toothbrush anywhere close to my mouth. Due to the writer's strike, I'm pitching a new television show starring a fat psychic. It's called Large Medium. If y'all want to know a little bit about me, at the end of the day, I side with Jussie Smollett. Smollett! Smollett! I was kidding. I look like what Jesus would do if the answer was the 12 disciples. Okay. And also, I have something I wrote for this. I just want to say it's been a dream to be a part of over 300 episodes of the greatest live comedy podcast in the world, Kill Tony. There have been lows, namely the quarantine episodes where my drinking and drug use were spiraling totally out of control, where I was flipping over Hyundai Elantras in the parking lot of a La Quinta Inn in Scottsdale, Arizona. And by the way, I killed Tony Chin, so stop looking for him. But there have also been highs. I mean, I finally had sex with Redban's mom last November. Y'all should have seen that old bitch! I got to kiss Tony one night in a hotel room. And I sent Cracker Barrel Kid 55 a very effective and deadly pipe bomb through the USPS, R.I.P. Ted Kaczynski. It has been a real pleasure being a part of Kill Tony for the past nearly 5 years, and I just want to say this could have been the best podcast of all time, except for Redban's bitch ass. I mean, how do you have a fucking job? We could have sold out the Astrodome if it weren't for your ass. At the end of the day, Tony, I owe you so much. My life wouldn't be the same. And Redban, I know I give you a lot of shit and like to make fun, but the truth is you're no doubt, hands down, a national embarrassment. Truly the worst part of this show, and Tony talks about firing you at least once a week. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Redban. Okay, that's my time. Excited about my parents being here tonight. If you see them, you'll be able to tell I have my mother's chin and my father's testicles. By the way, my dad is always saying, make Germany great again. Papa, what does that mean? The Saudis have taken over the PGA Tour, and they're already changing some rules. Miss a putt on the back nine, 10 years in jail and 1,000 lashes. Tee your ball in front of the tee markers. You know your hand's getting chopped off. Accidentally lose your ball out of bounds. 10,000 migrant workers never see their homes in Somalia again. Don't finish the hole with your same ball. You know your wife getting stoned to death. Donald Trump will appear in a federal court next Monday after being accused of illegally hoarding classified documents. When asked about the felony charges, Trump responded, the only person who should be getting felony charges right now is Aphex Twin for performing live for the first time this past weekend in Denmark and not America. Aphex Twin! Aphex Twin! Aphex Twin! Aphex! Okay. Shouts out to all my boys in Jamaica for the happy Juneteenth. I think the worst thing that ever happened to me was when I met my haters at age 3. A submarine that takes tourists deep into the ocean to look at the Titanic wreckage is missing. The last time 5 tourists got lost in something that deep, Redban's mom was screaming, one at a time, one at a time. I'm actually thinking about becoming a Titanic truther. You mean you couldn't avoid an iceberg in an ocean that big? An Arizona man was mauled to death by a bear in an unprovoked attack. Wait, unprovoked? That dumbass walked up right to a motherfucking wild bear! Okay, that's all I got. Hey, table of contents, wrap it up already. I'm trying to start reading over here. Nothing worse than opening a book and having to skip past the pages that say dedicated to Mumsy and Pop. You don't hear me starting a set announcing the name of my agent and my tax accountant. Get to the good shit, you pompous authors. If I wanted to read about who you owe everything to, I'd read you your obituary. I'm sick of this shit. Okay, let's get on to the next one. I heard somebody say the other day that they felt like Schindler's List was too long, which sounds a little anti-Semitic because I feel that list could have been way longer, like 7 million people longer. I was literally sitting in front of a rock climbing gym earlier and a one-armed girl walked out and I couldn't help but wonder, Redban, what's your excuse? And that's not a fucking joke. That literally happened earlier. Okay, that's my time. Okay, since it's July 4th tomorrow, I'd like to just do the Pledge of Allegiance, so here. I pledge allegiance to Redban's mom, even if I can't always get a hold of her. And on that night, when we had sex at Denny's under a table, intoxicated, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. That took me like 5 hours comparing it with the actual fucking Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. Make sure your Uber driver is obese because you know his ass got the AC cranked up. And it's been hot as shit. Former NFL quarterback Ryan Mallett drowned in Panama City Beach after being pulled out into the ocean by a riptide. And this whole time I thought he told other people to go deep. The Supreme Court just ended affirmative action, which really sucks because I was so close to playing in the NBA. Y'all know I was going to be playing for the Dallas Mavericks. I love Mark Cuban. Okay, that's my time. They found a powdery white substance in the White House recently. At least it was powdery this time, said Bill Clinton. Pete Davidson is going back to rehab stemming from PTSD and depression. I mean, imagine if you had dated Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, Kim Kardashian, Larry David's daughter, Cindy Crawford's daughter, Christina Applegate, Caitlyn Jenner, Chelsea Clinton, Larry David's other daughter, Redban's mom, Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman. You'd be depressed too. The more I think about it, the more I have questions about the moon landing. In fact, I'm starting to have my doubts about Knots landing. I don't know if y'all remember that movie, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, but yeah, that's what my father told me December 14th, 1992. Then he handed me a shovel. I was 5 years old. I didn't know what death was. Okay, that's my time. I have to be honest, I'm actually the balding, orange-headed man who kidnapped Carly Russell in Alabama last week. She was telling the truth. Don't get mad at her. That's not a joke. I mean, it was me. Imagine thinking to yourself, you know what animal seems the most ninja-like, and coming up with turtles. That'd be like trying to come up with the perfect protagonist for a video game and going, yeah, let's make him a plumber. And then when that, for no explainable reason, becomes successful, rather than going a different direction, you brainstorm and create a sibling who also happens to be a plumber. Genius. Kids love plumbers. Was taxidermist already taken? Anybody else think it's weird Master Shredder gets his funding from George Soros? What's going on in the sewers down there? Okay, that's my time. That is Mitch McConnell ordering food at a McDonald's. What the fuck happened to that guy? A homeless woman was just killed at the Gallo Winery when a tractor mowing the grass ran over her sleeping body. The bad news is she will never see her family again. The good news is the winery will soon have an earthy, full-bodied vintage with subtle hits of brain and liver. Okay. Leaning Tower of Pisa. You know somebody losing their job. Either that or Saudi Arabia invented a time machine and the plane barely clipped the edge of the building. A warehouse in California has, in a surprising twist, turned out to be an illegal Chinese-run virus laboratory. But in a more surprising twist, Aphex new EP only has 4 songs. I fucked up the Aphex Twin joke! Here, let me read that one more time. I feel like it was better. A warehouse in California has, in a surprising twist, turned out to be an illegal Chinese-run virus laboratory. But in an even more surprising twist, Aphex Twin's new EP only has 4 songs. Okay, that's it. Actually went to a gay wedding for the first time this past weekend, and I think the most exciting part was when I started protesting outside the reception with members of my congregation. Now confirmed after months and months of denial, Joe Biden was indeed on business phone calls with Hunter Biden, but they now claim the conversation was about stuff like the weather. Yeah, I guess there is a 100% chance of making it rain. First it was Joe knew nothing about Hunter's business. Then he knew about it but wasn't involved. He was involved but only talked about the weather. In 6 months, it'll be, well, yes, Joe knew it was crack cocaine, but he only made the stripper butt smoke it for 30 seconds. Justin Trudeau and his wife are splitting up. Wait, so now she suddenly doesn't like black guys? How pissed are you people right now? Post Malone is on stage, but he isn't performing. That'd be like going to the strip club with Hunter Biden, but he opts not to impregnate a stripper. That's my time. You want the good news or the bad news? The bad news. The bad news is that I don't have a credit score. The good news is that I don't have a credit score. So if I apply for a loan and they can't find me in the system, I say just hit Control-Alt-Delete several times until they get flustered and approve financing for a hot tub. I'm getting a hot tub. They say Tommy was a pinball wizard despite being deaf, dumb, and blind. Yeah, well, he had 2 arms. Come on. If you think you know a one-armed pinball wizard, you don't know pinball. What is going on with America right now? Nice. The Super Bowl dropped Lizzo. It measured 7.8 on the Richter scale. Yeah, it looks like Lizzo is in trouble. I guess we can all quit pretending that morbid obesity is a good thing. Okay, that's my time. The Weather Channel's Jim Cantori refused to cover Hurricane Hillary in California because he said most people who talk about Hillary end up missing or dead. The California Hurricane Hillary has been rough. I think Hillary killed 26 people and the storm killed 4. But seriously, Hillary has only killed 4 people so far, but half of those will be reported as suicides or freak plane crash accidents. Imagine you love eating ants so much, they make that your official name. They're like, hey, I know what we should call them. Have you seen what they eat? That's all they eat. I'm talking about an anteater. Okay. I'm writing a children's book about a white upper-class male athlete who gets teased by the other 3rd graders for having a large penis. It's called The David Koechner Story. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. It is now official. Yevgeny Prigozhin was in the plane that crashed in Russia a few days ago. As a reminder, always turn off your cell phone before you take off. There are rumors Steve Harvey's wife had an affair with their personal chef and bodyguard. Let's just hope this doesn't turn into a family feud. The good news is that if the personal chef did have an affair with Steve Harvey's wife, Steve promises not to fire him. The bad news, he's going to go paddleboarding with Barack Obama. Bob Barker died this week. He chose to be cremated, which is nice considering they'll only have to turn the tanning bed up 10 degrees. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. Happy Labor Day, ladies. Actually, sorry, I forget men can go into labor as well now. So happy Labor Day, man! Global warming is a really big topic in Congress right now. The Republicans are in favor of it because they hope it will keep Mitch McConnell from freezing up again. Mitch McConnell played golf with John Fetterman yesterday. They quit keeping score after multiple strokes. I mean, what's going on, America? Term limits, age limits? What about stroke limits? There's a new hurricane developing in the mid-Atlantic called Hurricane Muhammad. Forecasters say it's hard to predict the storm's path, but you can expect it to hit tall buildings. Mostly of the twin variety. Okay. It's my time. Thank y'all so much. So in the past month, I've discovered that Barack Obama is bisexual and the Russian opposition leader may still be alive, and I only got one question. You mean to tell me Captain D's and Long John Silver's still ain't settled this shit, man? Fish fry nuggets, raise up! Who you with? Popeye's Army 504, you heard me? Hoo-doo! I saw a headline earlier today that said earthquake rocks Morocco back to the Stone Age, and I couldn't help but wonder, so the earthquake caused no damage in Morocco? That place be staying in the Stone Age! Hoo-dee-oo! Hoo-dee-oo! Why does Donald Trump even want to run for president again? He's already achieved more than most of the people in this room. That would be like if Michael Jordan stopped playing basketball at the height of his career and joined a minor league baseball team. Quick 9/11 update. They just found a missing plane? Okay, that's right. I actually have some very exciting news. I've started a church. The good news is gay people are allowed. The bad news, they got it tied 25%. Isn't it weird how every time I Google search Ron Paul, a SWAT team hogties me and FedExes me to Guantanamo Bay? 3 buddies went to check into a La Quinta Inn in Nashville this past week and ended up managing the hotel for hours after they discovered no one was working there. I actually have a confession. I was actually selling the employees Xanax bars out of room 217 and they all blacked out. I ain't ever gonna stop selling Xanax bars out of room 217. It has come out that comedian Hassan Minhaj has been lying about being the victim of racism for years to remain relevant. From a white girl dumping him in high school to people sending him anthrax. Now I'm starting to question whether he was actually raped by Russell Brand. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. First off, Redban, happy Yom Kippur. I'd ask if you fasted today, but I think we all already know the answer to that. Holy shit. Also, Sean, I just have to say you seem much nicer than Richard Pisping when he was on the show. That's kind of a deep cut. Okay, let's keep going. If you paid me $500,000 to claim Russell Brand raped me, he'd now be up to 5 accusers. I'm not saying those women were paid off. I'm just saying I can probably figure out a time the two of us were in remotely the same time zone. Russell Brand announced he is taking time away from comedy and will reappear in 2 years as the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Also, I just watched Snakes on a Plane, so I'd like to say, enough is enough. I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Okay, that's my time. Thank y'all. Let me hear y'all make some noise if you stand at the gate to personally shake hands with and thank every Sky Medallion Gold member. It's a shout out to Delta. Okay, let's keep it going. Joe Biden recently made a huge gaffe when he referred to LL Cool J as a talented rapper. A lady is suing Disney World after water was forced inside her vagina on a water slide. The good news is she stands to make a lot of money. The bad news is it was Redban's mom. Redban, what was her old ass doing at Typhoon Lagoon, dude? California Senator Dianne Feinstein died 2 years ago. No, but apparently she actually had some dirt on Hillary Clinton. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. So I just finished another installment of Where's Waldo, and I'm starting to think he doesn't exist. John Fetterman, the Pennsylvania senator who wears sweats and has trouble forming complete sentences, said America isn't sending its best and brightest to Washington. That's like Satan saying people should be nicer to one another. Holy shit. What's the difference between John Fetterman and Redban? John Fetterman actually has an excuse. He had a stroke, Redban. That's what that was. I recently tried menthol condoms, and I've got to tell y'all, they don't taste like you'd expect, but the fiberglass does tickle my pussy. When it comes to Israel and Hamas, I just hope both sides have fun. Okay, that's my time. Riddle me this, Tony. What's black and white and red all over? A bloody race war. Riddle me this, Tony. Who can count to 7 unless he's talking about how many grandchildren he has? Joe Biden. Riddle me this, Tony. Why is Redban's mom's pussy so big? She's a whore. Okay, next riddle. Who's the least scary villain in all of Gotham City? Catwoman. Great Scott, Batman. How will you ever manage? Catwoman, that's not a villain. That's a hoarder. What's next? Plant Mom? Too late. There's already poison ivy. And don't get me started on, oh shit, that's not a rash. That can be cleared up in 48 to 72 hours. Tune in next week when Batman faces a pansexual makeup influencer. Meanwhile, you got Penguin Stumpy Ass. He makes Redban look like Bruce Wayne. And then Two-Face. God, you know what would be even more frightening? Matthew Perry in a hot tub. Get the fuck out of here. No wonder Batman always wins. Okay, that's my time. An Alaskan Airlines pilot high on mushrooms tried to shut off the plane's engines mid-flight a couple weeks ago before being subdued, proving that mushrooms are totally safe because even if you try to crash a plane, you can't crash a plane. Webster's Dictionary just added the word girl boss. Just know this, ladies, if I ever call you a girl boss, I respect you just as much as a normal boss. But seriously, if you're called girl boss, you're probably called raging bitch by everyone else in your life. But seriously, I'm still waiting for the FBI to indict 3-6 Mafia on RICO charges. This is what they do for Mafia people? Okay, let's... Funny how some of the same people posting about climate change also sharing horoscope memes. Climate change is real. It's science. Also, I'm Sagittarius, so you know I be judging real quick this month. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. What's the difference between a skinhead neo-Nazi and a free Palestine activist? I was going to say shampoo preference, but I'm pretty sure neither party uses it. So I Shazammed a song at the coffee shop yesterday that started off kind of good, and then come to find out it was Harry Styles. Redban looks like the kind of guy who bets parlays on esports. Hey, Redban, what's the over-under on the number of Elder Scrolls I can stuff up my asshole? 2, okay. Donald Trump's sister, Marianne, is dead at 86. In a surprising twist, she had to help Donald get into college. In an unsurprising twist, she was pumped for Aphex Twin getting nominated for a 24 Grammy Award. She loved Aphex Twin. He's playing at her funeral Friday in Manhattan. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. So I'm very excited to be here tonight after having cancer removed from my face twice last week. But I think y'all would like to know the doctor said I may be the best pound for pound cancer fighter he's ever seen. The good news, he said that there's a cure. The bad news, it's cocaine. So I'm back, baby! I just found out that Barry Manilow came out as gay. Did y'all know this? I'm so pissed because I'm going to have to throw away all of my shirtless Barry Manilow posters into the trash. Okay, I stumbled on that one a little bit. I had cancer ripped out of my face a couple days ago. I'm not doing good right now. But I saw a condom commercial last night. That industry must be in shambles. Zoomers don't have sex. Straight people realized you can't get AIDS if you're straight. Gays are on PrEP. You know, condom companies about to be saying, we'll make your dick bigger, promise. And if that doesn't work, they're going to start saying, ladies, if he doesn't use a Trojan, he's a rapist. Okay, that's my time. Amish people in Pennsylvania are starting to grow and sell marijuana. Apparently, you can tell an Amish family sells weed if their wagon is rolling on dubs. But seriously, I bought some, and the only problem seems to be the delivery time to Austin is 8 months. To all of the Amish people watching at home, I'm very disappointed. What's next? Making softcore? Instead of it being on OnlyFans, you can watch it on Mostly Cousins. Comedian Tiffany Haddish was just arrested for being asleep in her car. Luckily, she's got an airtight defense because it has come out she was listening to Redban stand-up. I'm starting to think we should let the police go back to abusing our civil rights. For a while there, I was pretty upset about the neck stoppings, but with all the random violence and crime, it's probably worth a few Rodney King whack-a-mole exhibitions to get society back in line. Okay, that's my time. Melania Trump was critiqued for being the only first lady not wearing black at former First Lady Rosalind Carter's funeral. But to be fair, Melania thought that no longer being married to a president was something to celebrate. New York Congressman George Santos just got kicked out of Congress for lying and stealing, which honestly surprised the hell out of me because I thought lying and stealing were job requirements for being a U.S. congressman. His mom died in the Holocaust and his dad was the Pope. Show the guy some respect, America. Recently, a skydiver got decapitated when he jumped out of the plane. Ripcord, more like R.I.P. spinal cord. Several months ago, a woman was arrested for using a vibrator on a Georgia beach, and last week she was found dead in her apartment from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Redban, I just want to express my deepest condolences about your mom, dude. You bitch. Man, I can't hear shit anymore. That is an out-of-work dynamite salesman. A masked man is leading the race to become president of Ghana, and it made me think Hillary should have just worn a mask. Last week, have you seen that bitch lately? She looking rough. Okay. Remember that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Yeah, so what was the fucking answer? That is an out-of-work dynamite salesman. Hunter Biden has been indicted in California because apparently he spent $872,000 on porn, hookers, and sex clubs. Hey, Redban, any explanation for the $42,000 check sent to your mom?
Come on, you gonna take that? Give a sound effect.
But seriously, what exactly is a sex club? Seems like it would be a lot easier to just use your fists. Okay, that's my time. Southwest Airlines is giving free extra seats to fat people who can't fit in a regular seat. If you're so morbidly obese that your fat ass can't fit in a Seagull airline seat, you don't need to be getting on an airplane, you need to be getting on a Stairmaster. With your fat ass. But seriously, you don't need to be getting on an airplane. I'm sure there's a cheesecake factory within driving distance of your house, fat ass. Apparently, Matthew Perry died because he ate too much ketamine. Shit, I ain't ever gonna eat another carrot again. Last week in Ukraine, a man walked into a meeting room with 100 people, pulled the pin on 3 grenades, and rolled them into the crowd, killing everyone. Only person I've seen bomb worse than that is Redban during his stand-up. He killed 100 people, dumbass! That's a bunch! Okay, that's my time, thank you. Last week, an 85-year-old man stabbed his wife to death for messing up his pancakes. So what's the fucking problem with that? Stupid old bitch can't be messing up. I can't get pancakes. Fuck. I saw a fat woman described as a plus-size influencer, and I couldn't help but wonder, what is she influencing people to do? Buy more candy? Which couches are best to sleep on? It's like, we get it, bitch. You're not moving a lot. Okay, that's my time, Tony. Thank you.
Hootie-hoo! Hootie-hoo. Hootie's fucking who?
I'm looking for Old Town Road, must fornicate with fruity black cowboy. Time for a joke. What do you call a robot on drugs? Elon Musk. No, but seriously, Alex Jones uses me to block 5G cell phone signals. People ask me if I like The Wizard of Oz. Shit, pretty much the only Oz I care about is the HBO show. What's the difference between Redban's mom and the Wicked Witch from the West? Redban's mom only turns into a puddle when you hit it from the back. Your mom's a fucking slut, dude, and she's old as shit! She was fucking in The Wizard of Oz, bitch! But yeah, that's my time. When I say hootie, you say hoo, hootie, hoo. Okay, let's stop it there. So what? I got a structured settlement from J.G. Wentworth. How can you tell? But seriously, sorry, I'm late. I just tried to be auditioning to be the next Gold Bond spokesperson. They weren't necessarily holding auditions. It just came to me. I can't explain it. I just realized what Gold Bond needed. The CEO was really surprised to see me. He was like, how did you know my home address? And did you know my security guards are dead? And where's my dog? My dog normally barks. Real quick, what if we gave the people of Gaza casinos? Would they accept gambling establishments as sort of a truce? On behalf of Israel, I'd like to present to the people of Gaza the Sandcastle Casino run by Chief Plane on Fire. Okay, that's my time. Last week, an elderly couple in South Carolina was found dead in their home after the faulty heater in their house reached 1,000 degrees. Good thing they died because their utility bill was about to be fucking brutal. They have released the list of men who partied with Jeffrey Epstein, and one of the more surprising names was the paralyzed astronomer Stephen Hawking. I'm sure the conversation went something like, hello, little girl, I feel nothing in my entire body, and my penis doesn't function at all, but I need you to touch it anyway. Remember when people bragged about having good gaydar? Yeah, I've got gaydar. It's called AIDS, you idiot. Okay, that's my time. British police are investigating the rape of a 15-year-old girl in the metaverse, and I'm just over here trying to figure out how Bill Clinton was able to squeeze his fat ass in there. An Indian tech CEO just died when the wire holding the cage he was being lowered down on during the opening ceremony snapped, causing him to fall and land on his head. Kind of crazy because you'd have thought his turban would have broken the fall. Man, y'all know I don't like Indian people. Silence is violence. Shit, if that's true, I kind of wish my dad would have just given me the silent treatment instead. Okay, that's my time. A lady who cut off her bosoms to become a man just found out she's 5 months pregnant. It's kind of hard to follow, but I think that means he's gay. Kentucky is about to legalize killing homeless people, which is kind of shocking because I thought it was already legal there. I know I've killed 6 homeless people in Kentucky, so. How could I be racist when my favorite Power Ranger is black? Kentucky is thinking about legalizing sex between first cousins. They are also thinking about legalizing breathing. Okay, because I already have sex with first cousins. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. They recently found 3 Chiefs fans frozen to death in their buddy's backyard. Apparently, right before they died, one of them said, "Wouldn't it be cool if we watched the Super Bowl with Toby Keith?" They're in hell. I'm insinuating they're in hell. Okay. Real quick housekeeping note, if anybody finds a Tamagotchi pet lying around, please return to Redban. He was gonna feed it, but he was too hungry and it fell out of his pocket. Knuckles from the Sonic universe is getting a standalone film. Not to be outdone, Kirby from the Nintendo universe is getting a standalone OnlyFans. Apparently, Kirby has a special talent that I had to see to believe, and yeah, it's true. Kirby swallows that shit whole. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. Not sure about y'all, but every day is President's Day at my house. I don't need a special sale to celebrate. No, but seriously, for President's Day this year, I'm going as Warren G. Harding. California has built a border wall that has anti-climbing technology. Gavin Newsom defended the wall, saying, "I'm tired of revolutionary talents like Tony Hinchcliffe leaving our great state." Gavin didn't want Tony to leave California. Quick housekeeping announcement, but if you're the driver of a 2003 white and beige Honda Accord, your car busted as fuck. Shit, why yo ass ain't get an antique tag? I'd rather drive Princess Diana through a tunnel in Paris than drive that piece of shit. And also, I was just wondering, do you get PTO in the CIA? I'm trying to decide if I want the job or not. Okay, that's my time. I'm gonna name my first child Steve Harvey Oswald. Witnesses in Dallas say they saw a man in a bright purple suit fleeing the scene. Frankly, I think it's disrespectful to wear a band t-shirt to another band show. So if I catch you wearing your Bon Jovi hoodie at an Aphex Twin concert, Redban, I will fucking kill you, you piece of shit. The White House made two important announcements last week, with the first being that the bag of powder found in the White House after Hunter Biden had been there was not cocaine, but sawdust. The second announcement was that the White House thinks you are stupid as fuck. Okay, that's my time. Everybody says dogs are racist, but mine's actually homophobic. I tried to take my dog to San Francisco, and she said, and I quote, "Either board me or euthanize me." "47-year-old Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny was recently found dead in prison. Russian officials said he died from sudden death syndrome, which is kind of weird because I didn't even realize he knew Hillary Clinton. This is a really weird rumor, but I just heard the Aaliyah plane crash happen because the pilot tried to ghost ride the whip. Okay, that's my time.
Probably a good thing that Alec Baldwin didn't get the role of Oppenheimer. We all know what he can do with a gun. Imagine a nuclear bomb. A mother was recently jailed after it was revealed that her 5-year-old daughter was helping her do Brazilian waxes. The only thing I'm confused about is, since when did cleaning floors become illegal? I'm still working on my rap career. I got a new line. It's, "Call me Captain Hook because I just gave your bitch a Rufio." That's all I got.
Backstage, Tucker actually asked me if I could tell some jokes in Russian. But seriously, Tucker, my family has always worshipped you. It's awesome that you came down from heaven to do Kill Tony. Winona Judd is here. Winona Judd once performed during the Super Bowl halftime show. Meanwhile, Redban was a ring girl for BattleBots. Fucking pussy! Biden recently had his State of the Union address and said better things about Ukraine than the United States, which actually makes sense because the United States doesn't have a video of Hunter Biden fucking a dog. I learned that one from you, Toku. I'm gonna get in a time machine and meet the first alcoholic. At what point were they like, somebody take the keys to his horse? Last week, a Boeing whistleblower was found dead in his car prior to testify. Wait, did he work for Boeing or Hillary Clinton Airlines? Okay, that's my time, thank you. Earlier, when David tried to get in the club, they stopped him at the door, and I said, do you not know who this is? This is David Spade. And the doorman said, yeah, but it's 21 and up. David, you look great. Okay, that's what I was going for on that one. David Spade and Redban have a lot in common. David only dates 10s, and that's exactly who Redban solicits. 10-year-olds, Redban, that's what I was going for. Okay. Oh, yeah. And Austin Junior High School just got a new basketball coach. I think his name is John Calipari. Okay, they lost to Oakland. People are upset that federal agents shot and killed the director of the Bill and Hillary Clinton airport last week. I don't really know what all the fuss is about because mysterious death was in his job description. Abort. Okay, that is my time. And I'll be honest, people ask me if I'm gonna ever stop telling these Hillary Clinton jokes. I'm never gonna stop telling these fucking Hillary Clinton jokes! First off, Tony, I'm very excited to announce that Punky Johnson and I are officially dating, and she's actually pregnant. April Fools, okay. Anybody else jealous they didn't get the invite to Puff Daddy's parties? Everybody's all mad, and I'm all like, oh yeah, terrible. Maybe I should go undercover to investigate. People are saying Cuba Gooding Jr. committed a crime, but I'll tell you what the real crime is. He won an Oscar. Oh, a black guy plays an athlete. How'd he get into character? What a stretch. As a defense attorney, I must advise that admitting to shooting the sheriff but then claiming you didn't shoot the deputy is a bad legal defense. Okay, that's my time. Thank you, Tony. Did y'all see the eclipse today? It was actually great, but my fucking eyes have been killing me. I actually didn't know what caused an eclipse, so I looked it up, and apparently it's when Lizzo walks in front of the sun. Fat bitch. Okay. And by the way, if you don't believe in climate change, then explain why we've had all of these eclipses lately, dumbass. Okay, and this is a serious deal, this next one, Tony. During my last tour of Afghanistan, I came face to face with a jihadi. I had a gun to his head, he had a gun to mine. So I said, well, can I bum a smoke? He shook his head and said in his native tongue, you shouldn't smoke, and he handed me a nicotine lozenge. I said, thank you, kind sir, what is your name? And he said, Zin Laden. Okay, that's my time. Well, that guy from the Naked Gun movies died last week. Yeah, that's right. O.J. Simpson last week went to heaven. It was pretty awkward for O.J. because the first person he bumped into was Nicole Brown Simpson. Okay. When asked about Iran's attack on Israel, Joe Biden responded, chocolate chip, especially on a cone. Remember that blind man character on Star Trek? Apparently with those special glasses, he could read rainbows. That's a good joke. LeVar Burton reading rainbow. Okay. I'm trying to build a barrier between myself and smoking cigarettes, and Tony, I'm actually using Zinder blocks. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. Hillary Clinton said that if Trump wins the election, he'll start killing his enemies, which is honestly a little ironic, because if there's one thing that bitch knows about, it's killing your enemies. Fuck! I don't know if y'all have been following the Trump trial up in New York, but Trump's case went up in flames last week. Wait, no, it wasn't Trump's case, but the dumbass protester who set himself on fire in front of the courthouse. But seriously, that gallon of gas cost the guy $8.50, so if he would have just waited until Trump got reelected, he could have burned himself up for half that much. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. Sometimes I walk up to a cemetery and say, that could be us, but you playing, bitch. An Iranian rapper has been sentenced to death for anti-government lyrics. The only thing more dangerous than being an Iranian rapper is being connected to Hillary Clinton. Hey, Redban, are you from the Everglades? Because you're the only man IT. That's like manatee, 10IC, the punchline. Okay, that's a good joke. Holy shit. You know Kool-Aid gets all the credit, but Jim Jones actually used Flavor Aid to send his flock to heaven. Jones down! Jones down! Okay, that's my time. Back in my day, we had G-Unit and Jihad. This is my impression of a top 40 DJ hosting a countdown. And clocking in at number 6, Mariah Carey with Butterfly, a new hit that's already flooding the airwaves with that stank-ass pussy. If your dog comes out as trans, you might not be a redneck. In an effort to become more inclusive, the Boy Scouts are changing their name to Scouting America. This will allow girls to experience the same sexual abuse that the boys have. Also, the tents aren't gonna clean themselves. Redban's so fat, on his cheat day, he weighs his options on how to kill himself. Okay, that's my time. I feel weird admitting this, but when I was stuck in a grain elevator for 6 days, I saw a friend swallow a dick, and he never shit it out. I sold some coke to Superman, but I feel bad because I ended up cutting it with kryptonite. I started a new crypto coin. I won't tell you what I named it, but let's just say Superman refuses to be an investor. There was a controversy this week when Taylor Swift released a new single entitled, "Let's Human Traffic My Neighbor's Foster Children." Joe Biden's so old he remembers watching TRL. You know who's loving these protests? P. Diddy. That dude probably starting protests at middle schools. Come on, y'all. You know Israel over there bombing super creepy orgies for no damn reason. Okay, that's my time. 12 years a slave. Let's be honest, that's kind of a light sentence. I don't give a fuck, Tony! Iran's president just died in a helicopter crash. The helicopter's mechanic, Ari Greenbaum, said the helicopter must have just run out of gas. Lizzo recently thanked anti-Israel activists for lifting her up out of her depression, and I'm just trying to imagine, how much did that fucking crane cost? Good news for Redban's mom. Scientists have developed a new gene therapy that kills 97% of the herpes virus. So it is open season on your nasty mom, dumbass. They're coming out with a black Schindler's List. It's gonna be called Schindler List. Okay, black people mispronounce things. That's what I was going for with that one. Okay, let's keep her moving. 16 young women have accused magician David Copperfield of sexual assault, which is pretty messed up because he was supposed to make the women disappear, not their virginity. Okay. Apparently, the Washington football team is considering another name change to honor true American patriots. They're going to be called the January Sixers. Okay. Just so we're clear, I reject the term alternative medicine and prefer to call it post-grunge. Okay, got a couple people. All right, that's my time, Tony. Did anybody else hear this? Aaliyah wasn't wearing a seatbelt? You know, with this whole Palestine-Israel debacle, I heard somebody say what we need now more than ever is Jesus. And I feel like if Jesus were to descend from heaven, he'd be a little torn. Because on one hand, you have the guys who think if you commit jihad, you get 99 virgins in heaven. And on the other side, you got the guys who sent you to heaven. Yeah, okay, computer. That is my impression of a sarcastic Radiohead fan. That's a pretty good one, I think. All right. I asked my cousin, didn't you start an OnlyFans for your dog? And he said, it's a coyote, you dumbass. Okay, that's my time. I actually did a rim to rim on Redban's fucking mom a couple nights ago. And that shit's nasty. The jury convicted Hunter Biden on 3 gun possession felonies, and in a twist of fate, one of the main witnesses against him was his dead brother's widow he was fucking. But seriously, I don't think President Biden will be pardoning him since Joe forgot he even had a son. One of Elon Musk's Neuralink employees is suing because they were forced to work with a herpes-infected monkey, and I just want you to know, Redban, you will be getting a call from my lawyer, dude. They don't make porn dramas like they used to. You know those tear-jerkers that turn you on but make you so sad? Friends become enemies, enemies become enemas. The bad news is mom divorced dad. The worst news is she married Bill Goldberg. That's a scary wrestler. Okay, I thought Tony might like that one. Okay, that's my time. We built this city on rock and roll. Bad news, folks. Do not enter this city. Extreme safety hazards are everywhere. Biden is ignoring everyone, telling him not to run. Earlier today, he said, hey, pal, I was the first black female to spend time in a concentration camp. We can beat Adolf Hitler. Is it just me, or have the dragons in House of Dragons gotten sexier? Back in the 90s, I actually stumbled upon a famous running back murdering his ex-wife, and I pulled out a cigarette to take the edge off, and he said, hey, don't smoke, kid. And I said, don't I know you from somewhere? And he takes his little glove off and says, I'm O.J. Simpson. That's Zen joke. Okay, that's my time. Thought the Zen joke might go a little better. I saw a Jesus 2024 campaign sign on my way here and was thinking how sick it would be if Jesus descended from heaven as a third-party candidate, and then this time the liberals would be like, we need to see the birth certificate. A Massachusetts man revealed that he was serving barbecued human flesh at his neighborhood get-togethers, and I just want to know, what were his wine pairings? The country of Wales is going to start jailing politicians who lie, so in other words, Wales is shutting down its government. And speaking of the government, there's a presidential debate coming up this week on CNN, and I actually heard from somebody, the loser has to fuck Hillary Clinton. Okay, that's my time. After watching the first presidential debate, I just want to say, don't blame me. I voted for Morgan and Morgan. The debate was so crazy that at one point they argued about golf, which is kind of insane because one of the only times Biden told the truth was when he said he was a 6 handicap, and he is. Stage 6 dementia. In a poll taken after the debate, 72% said Biden is suffering from some sort of cognitive impairment, and the other 28% said, man, I thought that old-ass man was dead. A man recently threw a big gulp on Chicago's district attorney, Kim Fox. Wait, Redban, isn't that your mom's porn name? Fucking slut. Hawk to more like cardinal sin. Okay, that's right. To me, the biggest mystery about the Trump assassination attempt is how in the hell did Hillary Clinton's fat ass climb up on the roof of that building? My girlfriend wants me to consider a brother husband. What the fuck does that even mean? Guess y'all heard the news. Dr. Ruth died. Rest in peace to the woman who taught me how to orgasm. I'm developing a new subdivision aimed at attracting middle-class working Italian families. I'm going to call it Pizzagate. Okay, that's my time. So I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is Kamala Harris is now running for president. The good news, Maya Rudolph about to be back on SNL, y'all. For the visually impaired, Kamala Harris looks like an Indian woman who got her hair did. That's a pretty good one, I think. Okay. But seriously, Joe Biden is abandoning the race just like he abandoned his granddaughter, Hunter, fathered with the stripper. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump have a lot in common. For one, they've both taken shots to the face. Okay, that's my time. I'm boycotting the Olympics until they bring back the three-wheeler race. If musical chairs was an Olympic competition, I'd still do steroids. And by the way, anybody talking shit about steroids hasn't felt the rush of feeling your balls shrink in real time. And also, I was thinking that dude's kids probably aren't that smart. That guy seemed like a dumbass kind of. I'm sure he was lying about his stupid kids. I'm thinking about getting the Olympic rings tattooed on my butt. So if you get a chance to see it, you'll be like, oh, you competed in the Olympics. And I'll be like, ask my pimp after you pay him. I remember watching the Summer Olympics as a kid, and it'd be wrestling, and I'd see the American walk out, and I would wonder to myself, where is Hulk Hogan? Does our Olympic committee not watch television? Okay, that's my time. A school lunchroom lady was recently arrested for stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. Apparently, she was good friends with David Lucas. But I just think her name should have been a big red flag for the school. Kenesha Popeye? Heiress to the Popeyes fortune. Last week in Uganda, a mountain of garbage collapsed and killed 23 people, which is pretty disappointing because I had visit Uganda as the 957th item on my bucket list. I'm never going to Uganda! Why did Redban buy 101 Dalmatians from Cruella de Vil? Because he heard there were some hot dogs for sale. You fat dumbass! You love hot dogs, and a hot dog is a stolen dog. Okay. I used to be in a Christian death metal boy band, and our fan base did not get along. Okay, that's my time. I actually had to sleep in the rental car last night because when I walked into my hotel room, y'all's Governor Kathy Hochul was in there with 4 Venezuelan guys. What's the difference between the NBA and the WNBA? NBA players don't peg me. Y'all know Caitlin Clark ain't ever gonna stop sticking shit in my blood. Okay. And for the Olympic closing ceremony, France is going to raise Jesus from the dead just so they can hang him again. It's weird. I wonder why France didn't involve the Prophet Muhammad in the opening ceremonies. Newsflash, Redban thinks the spin doctors went to medical school. Okay, that's my time. Yeah, I was talking about you dumbass. Don't look at me like that, you fucking idiot. Delta Airlines says to promote gender diversity, they're gonna quit using the phrase ladies and gentlemen during gate announcements. Hey, Delta, here's a suggestion. Stop worrying about my dick and start worrying about my fucking flight being 5 hours late. The fuck is going on, Delta? Kamala Harris might become the first Indian American president. And Elizabeth Warren is like, it could have been me. Kamala Harris is so bad at fake laughing, I thought she was at one of my shows. So take these broken wings. That's the pickup line I used to use on angels that had fallen from heaven. Die hard. It's called rigor mortis. Okay, that's probably my best joke. That's my time. Thank you. Tony, just for the record, I'm high as fuck right now, man. Holy shit. Big congratulations to Lizzo. She is now focusing on her health and has lost half of her body weight. Lizzo, I'm sure it feels so much better to be walking around at 450 pounds, you big ass bitch. Can't stand you, bitch. Somebody told me that Hall & Oates broke up. I didn't even realize they were dating. I thought you would like that maybe, Tom. Shit. Hey, Tony, what do you commit when you quit smoking cigarettes and start using pouches? Zinfidelity. Look, I'm not saying Redban has monkeypox, but why is his fiance now calling him Honky Kong? Last week in North Korea, flooding killed 4,000. Kim Jong-un reacted to the floods by executing 30 government officials. Apparently, Kim Jong-un was pissed that he wasn't the one who killed the 4,000 people. Am I a bad person for not watching the Paralympics? Okay, yeah, that wasn't even really a joke. Okay. I remember when my mom got pregnant with my youngest brother, and the rumor around town was that it wasn't actually hers. See, normally you would say like his. Okay, let's keep this moving. I was up in Minnesota this weekend, and I've got to say, I'm so impressed with Kamala Harris running mate and current governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. The guy is my hero. It's insane he not only took out a Nazi bunker by himself during World War II, but he's also taken the Minnesota Vikings to 3 straight Super Bowl wins. So I love Tim Walz. That is my time, Tony Hinchcliffe. Thank you, sir. Did Mossad just drop the song of the summer? You know that mixtape must be fire if you start listening to it over a walkie-talkie and it explodes. Apparently in Haiti, they don't have animal shelters. They're called all-you-can-eat buffets. Here's a quote from Kamala Harris running mate Tim Walz from this past weekend. "We can't afford 4 more years of this." Wait, what? Holy shit, dumbass! Remember the rumor that Mr. Rogers had sleeve tattoos and was a sniper in Vietnam? It gets worse. He was pro-life. I imagine if today Mr. Rogers was like, I'm pro-life, I support the children, y'all would be like, you hate women! 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 quick pro tip, if you ever get to meet Bone Thugs in Harmony, don't ask, which one of you is Harmony? I used to seal the deal with girls in college by going to their apartment and offering to clean their bathroom, and then I would unseal the deal by taking a shit afterwards. I'm starting an ultimate frisbee fantasy league, and we're already bankrupt. One rule I did have to enforce on the league was hacky sack is illegal in the off season. We're hurting their ankles. Okay, connection between hacky sack and ultimate frisbee. Tony, I actually recently invented an anti-gravity bong. It doesn't work, but I was also pretty high when I invented it. Okay, that's my time. I've got some huge news. I got a job at the new crypto mining facility they built in Memphis. Excuse me, I'm already suffering from silicon lung. Weirdly enough, P. Diddy's cellmate is the crypto crook Sam Bankman-Fried. Wait, Bitcoin, more like buttcoin. P. Diddy is refusing to eat in prison because he says he'll get poisoned, and I gotta tell y'all, I think he's right. Since when did Kevin Hart start working in the prison kitchen? Quick housekeeping note, I'm starting a cult. If interested, please see me after the show. Remember the book Curious George and his friend, the man with the yellow hat? Do y'all know what that guy's real name is? Redban. He's a total weirdo. He's got a fucking monkey for a friend. Okay, well, that's my time. After hearing Tony's jokes at the Trump rally, Donald is now wishing he would have been shot in his other ear, too. Tony asked the Trump campaign if he could ever work with them again. They said, yeah, we'll contact you using this special beeper. I asked Tony if he was worried about being chased by the Puerto Ricans, and he said, no, I bought a jet ski. What did you mean by that, Tony? Dear Catholics, if the Pope is so powerful, let's see him part the Red Sea. Okay, that's my time. On the way here, my girlfriend and I pulled up to an intersection, and there was a homeless guy wearing a Nirvana shirt, and my girlfriend rolls down the window and says, name 4 songs, dumbass. My agent called me the other day and said he thinks there might be a World War III, and I said, great, could there be a part in it for me? But then I started thinking about it, and I think the last thing we need is another Hollywood reboot. What's harder, finding Where's Waldo or going to a rap concert and trying to figure out which one on stage is the rapper? It's like they're all kind of wearing the same thing on stage, but they're not. Okay, that's my time. It's kind of really weird because I matched with this fucking ass on a redheaded dating website, so I don't know what the fuck he's... Jimmy Kimmel cried on his show the day after the election, and I don't know if it was because of Trump's victory or the fact that he had 112 viewers. But seriously, it was kind of ironic when the tears made his black face run. Okay, let's keep moving. So I'm actually working on a movie. It's basically the plot of Little Giants, but instead of Little League football, it's a man who competes in women's swimming. I mean, this is a true underdog story. Against all odds, he sets multiple world records. It's called Big Booty Bitches in Bikinis Volume 4. You know the worst is when you intend on handing out Halloween candy, but then you get so high you eat it all, and then you remember you inserted razor blades. All right, anybody here a fan of riddles? Y'all like riddles? Here's one for you. I heard this the other day. Who let the dogs out? Okay, that's my time. I watched the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight this past weekend, and say what you will about Jake Paul, but the guy works hard. I mean, seriously, he already has another Netflix event scheduled for May, but this time it's a one-on-one basketball. First to 20 wins $10 million, and his opponent is none other than Kobe Bryant. This is my impression of an alien out in themselves. Shit, fuck, let me do that one more time. Let me start that one more time. This is my impression of an alien outing themselves as an alien. Doctor, I have a hair ache. Okay, I heard... You know, like a person would say headache maybe, but an alien wouldn't know exactly what to say. I heard Santa might come early this year. The bad news, Boeing built his sleigh. Okay, that's my time. Whoopi Goldberg is so mad Trump got elected that she claims she is now refusing to have sex. Hey, Whoopi, I'm mad too. In fact, I'm so mad Trump got elected that I'm now refusing to play in the NFL. Ain't nobody trying to have sex with your old ass bitch! Liam Payne, ex-member of the popular boy band One Direction, recently jumped off the third-floor balcony to his death. One Direction, yeah, straight down. An Oregon government official was recently suspended for hiring people based on their qualifications rather than their sexual orientation. Okay, that's the joke. Just literally the headline there. Okay, that's my time. I tried to join a gang, but I couldn't even pass a background check. Despite repeatedly saying he would never do it, Joe Biden pardoned his son Hunter, and I'm going to be honest, I had no idea that knocking up a stripper after having sex with your dead brother's widow was a crime. And also shouts out to Hagrid in the crowd tonight. It looks like we got Hagrid from Harry Potter out there. Okay. Employees at a Planet Fitness recently found a guy who had been dead in a tanning bed for 3 days. The good news is he smelled like shit. The bad news, he had... God damn it, I messed it up! Redban, why'd you play the song? Okay, he was dead in the tanning bed for 3 days. The bad news is he smelled like shit. The good news, his skin had a nice glow to it. Okay. Happy Kwanzaa, son. Oh my gosh, Texas, it is so wonderful to be here tonight. I'm actually wearing this outfit as a sign of respect for the ancient Chinese tradition of Kwanzaa. And I would like, in accordance with the scriptures, to read some fortune cookies, if that's okay with you motherfuckers tonight. And take this, bitch! Spirit Airlines is going to start a frequent fighter discount where you earn a free trip after only 4 fights. Okay, I've got 20 in here, so let me...
Do you want one of the condoms?
Jimmy Carter will die on March 12th, 2025. Okay, I guess I'm fucked that one up. Okay, I'm celebrating Kwanzaa tonight, y'all. Oh, this is a long one. Okay, let me...
The way you talk about the hot Latinas in the movie Encanto will turn on your therapist so much she'll ask to lie on the couch next to you. Okay, let's keep moving. God, my hands are so sweaty right now, I'm sorry. In the year 2025, Lizzo will surpass 1,000 pounds. Okay, got y'all back with that fat bitch! You know her ass ain't celebrating Kwanzaa this year! As a part of Make-A-Wish, your son will wish he could perform the upside-down Spider-Man kiss, but sadly, Tobey Maguire says no. Okay, last one. Let's keep her moving. The waiter has a gun and you must tackle them now. Now do it! Tackle them, damn it! Okay, that's my time!
When Trump's people took over, they discovered Biden had budgeted $50 million for condoms in Gaza. I'd heard they do a lot of tunneling over there, but damn! They just found vomit in Denmark that is 66 million years old. Redban, you never told me you did stand up for cavemen. Because when somebody does so bad as stand up, the people in the audience vomit. That's what I was going for. So I've got a rebranding opportunity. Instead of Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sex. It's not about your asset size, it's your circumcise. A woman recently went blind when she accidentally put nail glue in her eyes instead of eye drops. I'm not a doctor, but here's some advice. Don't do that again, you stupid bitch. Okay, that's my time.
My New Year's resolution is to read more obituaries of my haters. Oh, hell no. That's my impression of what the United Healthcare vice president said when they told him he was being promoted to CEO. We don't give a fuck about that healthcare bullshit. Country singer Brad Paisley's wife had a damaged vocal cord that prevented her from speaking for 2 years, and I'm just trying to figure out how lucky is that fucking guy? Y'all know that bitch be talking! I feel like I've tried every drug, and then someone brings up poppers the other day, and I forgot about that one. Hey, Redban, what are those like again? It's like a gay drug. I'm insinuating Redban is gay. Okay, let's keep her moving. You look pretty gay on the fucking ground just a minute ago. Holy shit. You're way more flexible than I thought you would be. I just realized the animated cartoon Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Has a laugh track. Apparently Scooby-Doo was drawn in front of a live studio audience. Okay, that's my time, Tony! I feel like we should ramp up President's Day just a notch. Like we should all be forced to kneel on rugs that face the Washington Monument and pray to the gods that we elected. So the buzz in Hollywood is they're making a prequel to Cliffhanger and it stars a volcano. Because volcanoes make mountains at Cliff. Okay, let's keep moving. Fuck. Elon Musk says that millions of people receiving Social Security payments are between 150 and 200 years old, with one person being 360 years old. Redban, I knew your mom was old as shit, but damn! Fuck! Germany is cracking down on hate speech. Seems a little ironic. Okay, that's my time, Tony.